What's going on, everybody? We are back, baby. New York Toy Fair 2020. This is our third year going. Huge shout out to Clyde from Brooklyn Geek. My man, always getting us in attendance. And I want to thank Dom Tober as well, helping out the security for this one. It was an amazing time. It was a good event. There's a lot of special things. We're going to start this entire New York Toy Fair with the Funko booth. We're going to go through each one. Nothing but voiceovers. Let's get into it right now. That's right, guys. It's literally 5 days before my fight, and we're still shooting videos, still recording stuff. It was a big thing for me to go to New York Toy Fair, miss a workout. We're going to get this one in right now, and then we're going to head right back to the gym for the fight. It's going to be on February 28th. It's on fight.tv. You can download the app. It is a pay-per-view event. Let's go. Let's get into it. Starting out, we went all the way to the right. It was all their sports pops. All their sports pops were out on display that were upcoming. There was some stuff that were currently out, but this was their English Premier League. I know the soccer craze is insane, and these are probably hard to get. You got some NHL pops. I haven't seen the new ones out. They look like the same mold as before. And one of my favorite lines this year, or last year, were the mascots. We have some National Basketball League ones. These ones, I believe they were out currently as well. I guess they really wanted to showcase this for people who have never seen their booth before and wanted to see the craze. Moving into the new ones, though, the NBA Legends, the ones I've been waiting for the longest. And what do? They hit us with the same mold. Some of them got a little bit different movements, but, oh, man, I was so disappointed. But their Jordan line does look awesome. Love the warm-ups. Love the college stuff. They got the different poses. You got a 10-inch one. We've seen that before. But it was great to see all them on display. But, again, those NBA Legends have been the biggest disappointment for me. I'm going to wait it out. It's so sad to say, but man, why can't we get new poses? The United States Women National Team, wow. That was a big shocker for me and a great tribute to them by Funko. Nobody wanted to go to the plate for them, and they did. Another big one, the tennis legends. I was surprised that they didn't put Serena Williams or any of the Williams in here. That was the only thing. You know, they got McEnroe, and I was like, why did they put Serena Williams in there? Out of everyone, you would thought she would have been in there, but it was great to see that they got the tennis lineup in effect. Very pumped and excited to see more of those in the future. Hello Kitty, March 2020. They got a bunch of new ones coming out. You can see her in her sportswear, I guess they're going to consider this. Looks like Team USA, all around Olympic time. They got swimming, basketball, medalist. Looks great. Very surprising, and continue doing that line. Looks great. As you can tell, I'm a sports guy. Here's some NASCAR ones as well. These guys look pretty cool. I love that they're being so diverse in their entire collecting, to where they even had the mascots, which again was my favorite. And then coming in with the golf ones, not just having Tiger Woods, but having Jack Nicholson and having other ones to show that they have more coming. We have the Archie comics. I'm not too sure about them, but they look decent. You know, they look good. The one thing you'll notice that these figures and these pops are on display. They look really good, but these are the ceramic prototypes on majority of these. We have the director line, and we have some of the history ones and artists. Those look cool. Some American history. Here they are right here. These are currently out now, but they look great. I haven't seen them in person because I haven't been pop hunting like that lately, but I would definitely want to add them. Moving on to our little Betty Boop line. They keep killing it. Some of them we've seen before, but they look great on display. Add icons. There was nothing really new on there. It was my first time seeing Salt, but I've seen the Waldo before in store. They got a Smokey. This Marilyn Monroe, off the charts. Iconic for sure. And more icons. Going into our little games now, we have the Overwatch figures, and the Overwatch line, literally the figures have always looked fantastic. And one of my personal favorites, and you're going to see it probably a few times, is the Pokemon ones. We got the starters. We got Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander, including Eevee, currently out now. And then when we saw the Mewtwo 6-inch, it's on scale. We got Mr. Mime. Looks awesome. I wish we got that kind of quality in the pop figures with the vinyl. But you got Pichu, and then you threw the Vulpix in there. Angry Bull, Pikachu, and then we got Cubone, Rattata, and then we got ourselves Growlithe. They consider these Pokemon figures Season 3. Season 3. And if you really know I like something, I will go back and shoot it maybe once or twice more because they look so good. Then we have the Avengers, the new video game coming out. I think it's like December 30th. December 30th, 2019. They got their take on the video games. It looks good. You know, it's not for me, the whole line. Maybe I'll pick up one or two, see how it goes down the road. Then we have more games. More games coming in. Moving on to Contra, which was a new line. It looks cool. I remember playing the game. You just need 2 of them, and that's it. That's what we want here. Crash Bandicoot, we've already got a wave 1 or maybe even a second wave as well. And then coming in with the Spiral ones right after that. They're going in with the Pez. I loved it. Played it as a kid. We then moved into the Kingdom of Hearts and more Mortal Kombat. And they don't look too bad, man. They don't look bad at all. So if you are into them, I do want to pause and talk about this guy right here. The Ninja Funko Pop. I gotta say, it was a must-have. This gentleman, this man, has millions and millions of followers, millions and millions of subscribers all over social media. He has changed the way for gaming, and he is literally the poster boy for individuals who want to move on as being a gamer in real life. Kids look up to him. Parents look up to him. Shout out to him. Congratulations getting your pop. You'd well deserve it, especially with having all those followers. Even companies have went out of their way and made them or made him as the poster boy for their entire product. Microsoft took a chance on him, and they paid him, and look what he has done. Congrats. More Fortnite figures on their way. That Peely one, I gotta say, I'm going to pick this guy up. I don't play Fortnite personally, but that one, it just looks so cool on the shelf. I'm going to get it. It almost looks like this is 2018 Rick and Morty with them. You know, they have this master license and they can do things like this, make them into vinyls and make them into regular pops. Warhammer, these figures look just like the ones that you would paint or play in the game. You got Apex, which is another great video game. I watch them all the time. And then we have Borderlands 3 and some more. That's PUBG as well as Rage 2. Come on, boys. I know what I'm talking about here. We got Guild Wars 2 as well. Some of these games, I don't know what it is. These companies can't spark gold. Once again, we have seen these lines. Like, how many Overwatch lines have we got, man? Come on, you can do it. Come up with another good game. We need some new games. We've been watching the same viewers on Twitch. I've been watching the same channels, over and over again. Give us some new games. Make another gold mine. Come on, baby. Let's go, video game world. This was ridiculous that they had this guy on display. The Wonder Woman regular pop out on display in a regular pose. But this was a shocking one, too. This was actually a candy pop. Originally, when I saw it, just like a pop full of candy. But you actually can eat the actual candy. And it was DC. There's a Marvel one we're going to show as well. I thought Funko, again, killed it. Coming out with something new every year. I'm going to have a video for that coming up. Why they are the leaders. Birds of Prey, they got a bunch of stuff here. We got the first wave on this side, and then above those at the toy fair, they had their DC. We got the 10-inch Joker that we've seen previewed before from the other toy fair that was announced, and those pins as well. There's going to be a lot of pins this year. DC Joker, DC Batman movies, Mr. Freeze, Two-Face, Penguin, getting it back, baby. We get to move back into the DC life, even though it's the movies, which is whatever, but I'll take some animated ones, or we ain't getting it. The other Birds of Prey, I've not seen the film. I will not see the film, and this was the other Harley Quinns that were going on there. And then we had some more DC. They had a lot of DC out on display for the first time. Like, they moved this whole section in the front, all DC stuff. So they must think DC's hot right now. And because this used to be like, this was their premier spot when I went last year. They had their huge 19-inch Batman as well. I had to show that bad boy off. Rick and Morty line, they have a master license to this. They can create every single pop just like they do for Deadpool. They can create every single one of them. Look at them. I haven't seen the newest season, but we've seen some of these before, and to see them continuing to go on it. Five Nights at Freddy used to be one of their biggest lines, and then we have some Game of Thrones stuff. I threw it in there. Nothing big anymore, but they gave us, not holding out and taking away from the people who enjoyed the rest of the show and collected them. Same thing with The Walking Dead. They threw 2 pops in there as well. The Simpson ones, they threw out there. Treehouse of Horror line, Wallace and Gromit. They look great. I love with a ceramic. I wish they could just produce some kind of quality like that when they make them into the actual vinyl. Arthur, adorable. I'm definitely going to pick those bad boys up. And then the Flintstones with the Flintstone house. We don't have a Fred, and this is how they're going to save the actual community for value-wise. You know, you're not getting it, but you're getting it. Finally, Steve Irwin with the actual gator in hand. Finally, I can buy one. Dinosaur line. They look great. I got to say, they look great out of the box. This is when Funko gets me, you know. They show them out of the box like this. I kind of want to get back into the pop game, pretty hardcore. Office line. I think they hit it this line. I think they hit it, especially with the Meredith one. But having Michael Scott out there, Punky said we got to get him. Spongebob got a new film coming out. I would like to see more of these guys as of new characters. We want to see some new characters, baby. We've seen these guys before, the SpongeBob movie. Come on, Funko. We need some new characters, new skulls. We got the Trolls. I might pick up 2 of these guys. Punky loves watching the Trolls. They look great. They look great. Very, very bright and colorful. A great line for pop figures. Next to that, we have the American Psycho figures. The 2 of them. There's a Bloody. It's probably going to be a Chase variant in there. And then we have the Killer Clowns. I don't know. You guys tell me to watch. I'm not watching. I don't like clowns. You know what I'm saying? Moving around to the Bad Boys on display. And then these guys are the Tombstone TV show. I really don't know it. I don't really know what this show is as well. Not for me. I just don't know anything. And then we have some older horror ones. Moving along I guess these are the horror lines. We got the Purge. The red, white, and blue mask looks cool, but I'm not into any of that craziness, especially these guys. I don't watch the It. I know you guys love it. I'm just not into it. They look cool. They look good. Going into one of our specialties, Funko specialties, that is, Harry Potter. And they keep finding the unique ways to keep adding it to go right with the movies. A lot of Harry Potters, some movie moments. That one's a great one right there. It's always iconic. We have seen some of these actually in store as well. And then moving up to we're not going to say his name, Voldemort, but whatever. Then they have the Fight Club. And then onto the left of there, I think one of those is a Chase too. We have Michelle and Romy's high school reunion. I remember watching that in the early 90s or mid 90s, whatever. At the time, it was decent. All right, it was a decent film. Fast Times at Richmond High, perfect, spot on. That bikini scene was always a big thing for us young teenagers. Animal House was in there. They look cool. They look great on display. The Billy Madison line, the whole wave, they gave us all of them. We have all the films. Here you go. You wanted Billy Madison. We got to deal with him. We're giving you every series of them all. His top films, mid-90s, early 2000s. Let's go. Major League, look great. There's a Chase with that. Jumanji, all right. Gladiator, great. 2 pops. And then we have some of these other TV shows. We got Dune. But right here, these are where all the people who were coming to the booth that were amazed, and that is going to be the Pop Rocks line. The stuff that they had out there had all the people that were going to buy or get into the Funko who've never seen them before were amazed. You can see the ice cubes right here with that ride. Backstreet Boys, we've seen these guys before, but it's great when you get to see them all out. Slayer, look dope. Look at them. If you are a Rocks fan, welcome back, baby. You're in. This is Iron Maiden. Some newer Motorhead ones. Always great sculpt, especially the one on the left, 163. And then this was the biggest surprise of the show, and that is the albums. Wow. Jaw-dropping. Insane. I was mind blown. I said, what? No fucking way. That was incredible. Endless ideas. You can see the salt and pepper. They even have the actual nameplates on it. They just drew on salt and pepper. James Brown. But, man, I couldn't believe that Biggie line. Lil Wayne looked great. Tupac out on display. But the one that stole the show for me is going to be those that album. That album was really it. Some Duran Duran guys. They got the whole lineup there. Then they got Def Leppard. And he's missing an arm on that one. Must have fell off. But they really stole the show. I'm telling you guys. The Pop Rocks is getting me back into it. Rob Zombie. They're getting everybody. Everybody. And if I told you, if I've seen it and I come back to it, I'll really like it. Insane. Master Universe line. The prototypes always look ridiculous. The colors that they use on these. He-Man lost his sword on the one. Skeletor, 10 inches. Mind-blowing. Mind-blowing that they got these guys back. And I guess it's time to, redo everything. This guy right here, I don't know what show that is. He looks just like the Chief from Stranger Things. I can't think of it off the top of my head real quick. And then I seen this recently in store. I forgot to take a shot of it, but that Cinderella wagon it looks really nice. And then moving into the Marvel ones, the Marvel candy looked great, and the pins as well. Gambit, I liked it, but I didn't like it. I think the pose with the card should have been more to the side. I guess they moved it that way so it fit in the box. Originally, the Mandalorian pops kind of mind-blown me a little bit. And then, I seen the Cosbaby ones, I kind of changed my mind. One of my favorite pops in 2020 is that Incinerator pop. Ridiculous. And then we got the Baby Yoda. They had a 10-inch on display as regular size pop line. And then we have the Chrome Knights of Ren. Nice. Incinerator is definitely one I'm going to have to pick up. It's just so cool. I've seen these guys actually as a 1/6 scale from Jazz Inc., but then they actually made them into an actual figure. You got the Carbonite Han, you got the Luke, you got Vespin Leia, you got everybody you were looking for. They got Luke on the Tauntaun. We have a Han on the Tauntaun already. Awesome stuff. I love it. Man, it was a great time being there. All right, that was it, baby. New York Toy Fair 2020 Funko booth. I really would like to stop and put each individual series in their own detailed review, but honestly, there's so much stuff coming out. I was very impressed with their lines. The album line was sick. The candy line was sick. They had the soda stuff. Very nice. Again, once a big shout out to Clyde from Brooklyn Geek and Dom Tober. You guys are awesome. I hope you guys had a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget, February 28th, I'm back in the ring. Let's get it, boys. Have a good one.